Welcome to WeConnect, and thank you so much for joining us on this program. I'm particularly happy to welcome onto this show Mr. J. Sethuraman. Now, he is the president of the newly formed Travel Association of South India, but he also runs a hugely successful and an extremely popular tour operation within this part of the country. It's called High Tours. And it's really great that he could join us today. So thank you very much for joining me here.
It's a pleasure.
Travel Association of South India, what does it stand for? What's it all about? What does it mean?
Travel Association of South India is basically a society formed by a group of like-minded people to showcase the wealth, the richness, the secrets of Tamil Nadu to the world.
Right. Who are these like-minded people? Is it people within the service and the hospitality industry?
Yes, most of them would be from the hospitality industry. We have successful hoteliers, hotel chains, tour operators, tour guides, basically tourism professionals who got together on this one.
Now, when you say that you're going to do more to showcase, by inference it means that not entirely then satisfied with what's actually happening at the moment. And I don't mean to knock anybody on the knuckles as I ask this, but why is it that you and your group of people want more done?
If you take these like-minded people of the society, all have been hugely successful in their fields, and we wanted to give back something to the fraternity of tourism as well. You know, the purpose of this Tourism Association of South India has been to provide a platform basically for new entrepreneurs, encourage new hoteliers to come in, you know, and set up their own facilities in Tamil Nadu. So to be in the tourism, especially in Tamil Nadu, needs a lot of motivation, self-motivation. And we thought the Tourism Association of South India can be a right platform which can motivate people, you know, promote Tamil Nadu principally very well domestically, and then take it forward internationally to specific segments. The Government of Tourism, the Tamil Nadu Tourism Department does enough, definitely. They go about doing their marketing and their promotional activities. But we felt there should be more focus required in particular segments of tourism. How are we going to provide a interest for domestic tourists, let's say from Gujarat to South India, to Tamil Nadu in specific? Right.
Of course, I need to interrupt you here because it's a domestic tourists bring in a lot of revenue, isn't it?
Yes.
When you compare it, a domestic tourist versus a foreign tourist, I just wonder that which is the more important, or is there a more important sector in the tourism industry?
No. No, I think a tourist is a tourist.
Who brings in more money?
The domestic tourist does.
That's right.
Yes. At the moment, the trend is that way. Yeah.
Right. In terms of tourism, I was just wondering, what kind of figures do we look at for Tamil Nadu? I mean, have we got any ballpark figure over the past few years? Have the numbers been going up, or have the numbers gone down?
Well, I really can't comment on that. You know,
really?
The figures that are available with us show definitely an increase in numbers, but practically we really don't see that on the ground. You know, through my companies, I participate in several trade fairs and road shows across the globe, and I find that the interest to sell Tamil Nadu has been coming down.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that has been one of my major concerns.
Would you say that that could be due to the fact of our geographical positioning? Does that have anything to play? I mean, because mostly in terms of foreign tourists at least, they will come into Delhi and then they do that triangle, Jaipur, Udaipur, Agra, Delhi, that area. So has that got anything to do with numbers or foreign tourists coming in?
Yeah, I mean, for a tourist who comes to a particular country, the Taj Mahal is
the attraction.
The attraction. So naturally, you know, the numbers are always slated towards the north of India. But South India has got a variety to offer. in terms of culture, nature, you know, the people themselves. See, that variety has to be showcased better, more dominantly in the international segment. Then I think the flow of tourists to this part of India, basically we need to arouse an interest for them to come to this part of the country.
Right. And do you believe that the only way to arouse that interest is by promotion? Is that the only way to do it?
Yes, that's the only option available. I mean, only if a tourist is going to go and ask his tour operator, do we have a package for Tiruvannamalai? You know, probably that particular tour operator wouldn't have even heard of this place.
Where is this place? Let me check it out.
Yes. So, you know, if there are 5 people asking this question,
yes, correct,
then the next step a body like TASI should do is go and educate the tour operator there about what this place and what it's got to offer. We have something very magical down here, you know, and I think it's time we took it forward.
Right. One of the things I've noticed in, you know, sometimes when one travels is that at various places, our tourism literature just seems so woefully bad, inadequate somehow, you know. I would see an incredible India ad go out on the TV, but if you go to physically ask for a brochure or a little bit of information, you can't get it. Yeah. It's not there. Is that one of the reasons?
Yes, I would say that. That's where I feel a body like TASI would really be able to make a difference. For a domestic client who comes to Chennai, the Marina Beach is the biggest attraction for them.
It's not necessarily our best point, you know,
yes,
there's lots else.
Just kind of taking a reference.
Right.
Know. But for an international tourist, the Egmo Museum is more interesting for him.
Yes,
so
true.
The content that has to be given to a domestic client or a client from various parts of the world has to be really clearly defined and put down. So what interests the French may not interest the Chinese tourist.
That's true.
So we need to really identify that and work on the content.
So what you're saying is you have to, in your industry, target, you know, your target group has to be either this or this, right?
No, it can be all of them, but we should know how to target it and what are the tools we're going to take with us to target that particular group.
Right. Is your association following the Kerala route? I mean, Kerala has been so incredibly successful. What is it that you believe Kerala is doing right? How have they got so successful?
Kerala has been an inspiration, definitely.
Amazing, yes.
Amazing, yes. It has been a hugely success story. And
right. I'm going to ask you here, interrupt you once again, but ask you to hold on, because we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Mr. Sethuraman and ask him, what's Kerala doing right? What's the rest of us doing wrong? Please don't go anywhere.
Big names, big budgets, big ideas, big hits. The bigger, the better. Don't miss The Big Pick with me, Paloma.
The Big Pick, every Saturday, 8:30 p.m.
Give me more!
You've joined us once again here on We Connect. And we continue to have here with us Mr. J. Sethuraman. He, of course, is the president of, as I said, the newly formed Travel Association of South India. Thank you so much for staying here. Now, we were talking before we went in for that break about Kerala and the success model that Kerala provides. What has Kerala done so right?
Well, Kerala, first of all, is blessed with a beautiful landscape. You know,
True.
And beautiful people, very hospitable people. By nature, the moment you step into Kerala, you realize how hospitable people are. And more so, I think the need of the hour, the hunger was there, because tourism is their biggest segment. you know, in terms of providing economic development.
Really? Biggest money spinner in Kerala?
Yes.
Really?
It is. And the number of people employed in tourism is been really going up in Kerala. More opportunities, even for remote places, you know, smaller towns, you know, smaller hill stations. It's really been growing in Kerala. And I think the government of Kerala, along with a few of the stakeholders there, put together something very nice back in the late 90s. And they formed the Kerala Travel Mart Society, which actually the basic idea of the society was to have a travel mart where they could invite a lot of international tourists, showcase their products. They got there. And then it followed up, and I think they really kept a very good pace with the trend of the world. They went on with great marketing. They provided great content to their tourists in different languages, multilingual, and the road shows they had been conducting across the globe. And
So
nothing succeeds like success.
Right, that's true. In fact, wherever one goes, one tends to sometimes be asked this question that, you know, what about Kerala? And people are always asking questions about Kerala.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of marketing themselves, you did say that they have been hand in glove with the government, and of course the priority was because that was the need of the hour, to quote you. Isn't that now the need of the hour here in Tamil Nadu, sir?
Tamil Nadu is a little different story.
Why?
Economically, we really don't depend that much on tourism.
Okay.
In terms of priority, if you take, we have a lot of the priorities that are way ahead of
IT,
tourism.
auto industry,
telecommunications.
telecommunication.
Quite a lot actually. So I'm very happy about that scenario.
Yes,
in
of
Tamil
course we
Nadu.
are. But
we have such lovely things to showcase. We have such lovely things to show, magical places to show to people. So what we really need is going to be a beautiful set of character hotels.
character hotels?
Hotels,
What does that mean?
Small, you know, that kind of built into the character of that particular area. You know, not, you know, the regular modern high rises that we are seeing. Tourists love those kind of places, you know, where we are able to really give them a participatory experience.
Create an atmosphere of the
Yes,
area, I suppose,
yes,
right?
exactly.
We don't have any of those. We do have some around our state.
You can actually number them.
Really, that few.
Yeah, that few. We need to really encourage entrepreneurs, motivate them, show them that, you know, what are the figures they could get done. Because we have a lot of very, very interested entrepreneurs who really want to do things, you know, make a difference how they do things, you know. But we need a body which is going to say, yes, we are here to promote you and motivate you
Right.
in that direction.
But do you believe, Mr. Sethuraman, that this body that you're talking about will by nature be forced to really join hands with the government? Because at the end of the day, is it not the government involvement that will be fairly essential to the success of what you're doing?
Definitely, very, very essential. I mean,
You can't do it
we can't do it
single-handedly. Yes.
What we are attempting to do is to provide a wonderful marketing platform, basically a platform for hoteliers or tour operators, or even people who are able to provide entertainment, you know, like a cultural centers, you know. We want more and more of these things to come in, and this TASI will provide a marketing platform, you know, in terms of doing road shows. We have an event calendar planned out for a whole year.
Really?
Yeah, and trade fairs and PR exercises all put together. We're going to take it forward there, and I think if we are able to prove to the public, the people, the stakeholders, that this is a great platform for promotion, and I think people can really see things the way it is. And at a point of time, you know, definitely I'm sure we're going to be as part of Tamil Nadu tourism and take it forward with them.
Right. At what point will you actually approach the Tamil Nadu government, or is there a representative of the government already on your TASI?
It's early days now. It's early days now. I did talk to the commissioner in Berlin about this, and he was very, very positive about such a movement, and he felt there was a need for such a movement.
Really? That's the first step. That's a good step forward.
Yes, it is. There are several nice steps have been taken by Tamil Nadu Tourism as well. They're working on their content. They're working on their websites. So it's looking up. It's looking up.
Right. What about money for something like this? How will it be funded? How will you have to raise the funds? Because I mean, promotion and trade shows and all that are fairly expensive, aren't they?
And they are.
So
quite a bit.
Where does it come from then?
The idea is to first set up a corpus among the founder members of the society. So whatever it takes, the members have been very, very positive. They say whatever it takes, we're going to put it up and start it off. The next step is going to be identifying a CEO who is going to actually start doing these promotions. He will have his own secretariat, he'll have his own office, for which this corpus is going to be used. The next way forward is going to be to have a marketing platform. Every hotel or every tour operator has got a marketing budget in totality. Let's say we do a show in Delhi.
Right.
It's going to cost a hotel X amount of rupees. But if you're able to do that through a marketing platform provided by TASI, it's going to be much, much more economical.
How?
When you share a space in a fair or a road show, let's say with 20 members, the costs will come down rather than one individual hotel going and doing it.
Right. Now, you were talking about hotels being involved, and isn't hotels and roads and other things kind of infrastructure related? And then does that mean that you would get involved in that sort of thing? Or?
No, we would restrict ourselves being a promotional body.
Okay.
We would definitely be involved in motivating more and more entrepreneurs to jump into tourism related projects, not just focus on cities,
Yes.
Go to Chidambaram, go to Nagarkoil, beautiful small towns.
There are lovely places around our state, no doubt.
Yes. And today with people's comforts levels going up, they look forward to really very comfortable stays on their holidays.
Right.
So that's going to be the role of TASI.
Right. Now, you said in the very beginning that they were like-minded people. So are you then saying that when this idea came into being, that there was really no resistance from within the industry, that everybody wanted to join and everybody wanted to say, yes, let's join hands, do this together?
Yeah, we've been brewing with this idea for
Really?
some time. Yes.
How long?
About, I think, 5-6 years now.
As long as that?
Yes, we've been brewing with the idea, but the right moment, I think, just happened, when some of the colleagues said, let's meet up with this, and what's the idea of this, and when I suggested that promotion is going to be the only goal of this, everybody thought, wonderful, the first question that came to us was, why another body?
Right, exactly. And I'm going to ask you that very question when we come back after a very short break. So you please don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back here with you on Reconnect.
Beautiful.
I hate you and I hate you.
முடியலங்க.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரீல் வந்ததும் வருவதும் ஒரு ட்ரெய்லர் ஷோ திங்கள் முதல் சனி வரை தினமும் மாலை 5 மணிக்கு உங்கள் NDTV ஹிந்துவில்.
Welcome back to our program. You've joined us once again on Reconnect. Mr. J. Sethuraman is my guest here today. He belongs to the Tourism Association of South India. Thank you very much. I did say tourism. So should it be Tourism Association of Tamil Nadu and not South India? Why is it South India?
The tourism, and especially when somebody is traveling to a particular part of the country, they like to touch all the places, just not one specific place like Tamil Nadu. So the first goal of Tourism Association of South India is going to get more numbers to Tamil Nadu, and the second phase of this project is going to be to South India in totality.
So your target is somewhere else as well?
Yes. Yes. We have the percentage of tourists who come to India inbound, international inbound into India is about 5.5 million to 6 million, and of which only about 2 million come to south of India.
Out of that to Tamil Nadu?
That's a figure we really don't
Yeah?
have. We really
Okay.
don't have, because it's a way of how they compute the figures. You know. So it's clear that the tour operators, both internationally and the destination management companies who are handling these tour operators like ourselves, are not comfortable selling much of South India. So I think TASI is going to go there, sit with them, and work out on how they could send more numbers
Right.
of these people to South India.
But sir, are we being realistic when we talk here about an association like this? Because for instance, a big tour operator who wants to bring people in here, and I've had conversations about this with people outside of Tamil Nadu, where they've said, well, we land and we bring the shipload of people, or we don't have enough buses, and we don't get enough air-conditioned coaches, or we don't have things that pertain to infrastructure. Now, you said that you're very clearly going to have hands-off infrastructure. So what happens then? How in the world are you going to be able to, satisfy tour operators or tourists?
Yeah, good question actually, because many of the members did ask me
Yes.
the same question as well. Well, I told you, TASI is like-minded people. We have hotels in it, we have tour operators in it. We have the Federation of Hotels and Restaurant Association of India, members of that who are part of TASI. I felt that they should take it up, the FHRA should take it up in terms of infrastructure there. The IATO, the Indian Association of Tour Operators, should take it up with the government of Tamil Nadu on those issues, rather than, we getting diluted, involved with it.
But can you actually stay uninvolved? Because if they cannot, for instance, just deliver you certain things that are essential to the growth of your industry, how is it going to work?
If you really promote yourself with your strengths, and you're going to really showcase what is your strengths, and I think people will be definitely very, very keen on coming. And of course, the limitations are there world over. It's not only in Tamil Nadu, we have the same scenario in everywhere. And with the growing numbers, it's always a big challenge for every government to put up infrastructure and keep growing. But we have to make sure they are working on that direction, and I think they are.
Right.
There's been always a big surge even among the domestic clients here for better infrastructure everywhere. So I think that will happen eventually.
Right. Now, earlier we were talking about, you were talking about literature and actually promoting stuff and, a lot of publicity stuff. Do you think that what's being done is not enough?
It's
Even
not
on
focused. It's not focused.
Okay.
I mean, it does provide the right information, but...
No, sir, I'm sorry. I need to interrupt you because sometimes it's very obsolete. And
It is.
You've got telephone numbers that are wrong, you've got email IDs that are, long since dead and buried. So it's not what it should be if you're trying to target people who want to come. And there are people who want to come to our country.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, I think the web media is going to be the best tool there,
Yes.
because you can really keep updated information on there, and we have to work with the government of Tamil Nadu to improve their content as well. And very recently, I also came to understand they've employed a very professional organization to work on that.
Really?
Yes, they have. So the same organization that works for Kerala is also doing the work for Tamil Nadu. So I think it's a very big step way forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Would TASI also sort of in parallel be doing additional stuff in this area?
Yes, we will be having a lot of collateral coming out of it. We will be creating specific market collateral. What let's say the Sri Lankans would like to see in India.
It's interesting.
What the Thai would like to see here. These are areas that we will be working with research, a lot of research going into it and finding out what will be interesting, and that's what we exactly want to do.
Right. Just as a matter of curiosity, would visa issues be something that you would look at?
I personally have a different opinion about visa
Please
issues.
tell me, what is your opinion? It seems to me that it's kind of complicated for people sometimes.
For people, I mean, people really felt that coming to India is going to be the easiest way. They just believe, well, just choosing to go to India is going to be a
simple
thing.
Cakewalk.
Yeah, cakewalk. Well, whereas vis-a-vis, when we do it, we are put to a lot of testing, a lot of screening.
Indeed we are.
Yes.
Indeed we are.
So I think when the government of India started doing the same thing, they were resisting it. But I think now it's fallen in line. I mean, we hear very little of it nowadays internationally. I think about a year and a half ago, I mean, everybody was talking about it for a lot longer than required. But
yes.
I think it will fall in place. Basically now they have, the government of India has made it very clear that if you're a tour leader, you need to go on a tour leader visa to India. You can't go on a tourist visa.
Oh, okay, but then that has to be publicized then, right?
I think
is it being
the
done
government of
properly?
India on their External Affairs Ministry website very clearly says that in different countries. Of course, there have been efficiency issues which people talk about. They say that to come to India we need to take 2 days break, one day go to the embassy.
Yes, and then the embassy doesn't respond and they don't answer the calls and all that. Yes, you hear that being said.
Yeah,
But
I think the government of India tourism. Incredible India campaign is clearly aware of this and they are working on it.
Right. Let me quickly ask you, this new association, so it's got tour operators, it's got what? Hotels? Hoteliers?
Resorts.
Who else does it?
We are trying to rope in cultural centers, basically, because activity-wise, it's also very important to build up the cultural centers. And as part of TASI, extension of TASI, for example, in Mamallapuram, we want to see a lot of visibility for TASI. So we wanted to create activities in Mamallapuram, along with provide local
flavor
folk,
and the local flavor, yes.
And do that. We also like to have a lot of. I've been talking to the chairman of Mamallapuram and please people there about conducting TV shows in the open arenas that are available in Mamallapuram. These are all will be a kind of an interesting flavor to what TASI is doing. We want to do the same in Madurai, and then repeat it in Tanjavur, in Trichy, so that people are having activity to have while they are traveling.
Right. What about the role of the media? Have you considered the role that the media can play in something like this?
I'm sure they can. It's going to be we are banking on the media a lot on that, but it's too early now to really to start detailing that.
Right. How are you going to expand? You were talking about expanding into the rest of South India, but from within your own organization, I don't know exactly how many people you have there right now, but do you see expanding, first of all, your own organization before expanding its activities?
Yeah, sure.
How soon do you see that growing?
We set ourselves a deadline of a year.
Okay.
First with the marketing platform coming out in 6 months, identifying the CEO, putting that in place, and the marketing platform. We want to see if this model would really be working, really successful. We have to. First of all, it has to impress us.
Yes, that's right.
That's going to be the first step. After it's impressed the founding members, I think, then we're going to go on a membership drive. And
we are going to catch up with you 1 year from today and see how you're going forward. Mr. Sethuraman, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate your time today. And it's been wonderful to have you join us here on We Connect. And don't forget to keep watching. Please know that this is a show in which you'll always meet people who are really interesting, who are fascinating, and people who I do believe have a story to tell us. And so, until we meet the next time, next week, you take care. Bye for now.